Ladies and gentlemen, the Madness Entertainment Group presents Put the Comic Artist Hour with Les Garner.
Yeah.
Howdy,
What's
folks.
What's up? What's up?
Here we be for another day.
How you doing, Les?
Piece of good. Working on a sketch. It's a little bit of fulfillment for brides, which we just got the lettering back and are about an inch from going to press with it. So we got a few little things to get people to respond to in the surveys and all that. And then once that's done, then the whole thing goes to press.
I hope you can have somebody proofread that old man's crazy writing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean letterings.
Yeah. Everything gets proofed. Everything gets thoroughly proofed. So.
Yeah.
So, yep, I'm just busting out some stuff here to send out to our lovely supporters. And oh man, just doing what I do. So, trying to decide on some shadow placement here.
Man, this fucking pill did it again, man. It connected your stream to the fucking connected your stream to the end of last night's Joy of Drawing stream, and now it's like under that title. It's like, God damn it. This shit's starting to piss me off, man. It's been happening a lot. Like now it's like, it's like you set shows up, they go off, and then you set up the next show, and it goes off as the last show. And it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
If you're watching Unpilled right now, this is not the Joy of Drawing. That was last night, and it went off. It had 170 impressions, 15 views. Why is this going on that? So I am deleting Pilled chat. They're deleting the Pilled thing right now, and I will replay this there later, but they need to fix this because this is not the first time this has happened. It is definitely... See, now, if I delete this, I'm deleting last night's show, too. You see what I'm saying? It's like they're screwing us up.
Yeah.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all.
That's not cool.
No, not at all.
Not cool.
So, yeah, had to delete this and last night's show from Pilled because they're running together or something. I don't know. That's annoying as hell.
That is weird.
It's not the first time it's happened, as I'm saying. It's like it's happened before. And it's like I got it all set up in StreamYard. I set it up in Pilled, and then it reverts back to the last show when the show goes off. And it's like, come on. Fix that shit.
Yeah, that sounds like something that needs to be looked into, for sure.
I mean, I can't broadcast there if every show is going to have the wrong title and be blended together. You know what I mean? It's got to be right. I don't know what's going on, but like I said, it's not the first time that's happened. And yeah, no Pill today. That's just weird. So, if you want to watch, you can watch on Rumble, you can watch on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all the all the other places, but no pill today.
Mm.
What's up, Ambo?
Yeah,
Good to see
well,
you, brother.
we will make the best of it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm real happy with how Brides is going with all the stuff behind the scenes. So we got a number of things getting taken care of with it. We got the lettering about done, or the lettering is done, but it's got to go through a little bit of editorial look, which means I've got to sit and read over all of it and then see if I want to make any changes to it.
Good morning, Levi. To the chat. How you doing, brother?
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh. All right, so I'm gonna share this out a little bit to other places since you know
Mm.
had to make up for lost time over there. It's not going off in one place. You send it to two others. That's the rule.
Let's see here. Ha. I'm probably knocking the crap out of my camera. I hate having to do those long, smooth lines like that where you just gotta do it. It's just like swoosh, get it and go. Boy, those are aggravating sometimes. Because if anything's going to screw up, right there is where it's going to screw up.
I watch Addie draw, and it seems like every line she puts is a swoosh. But it all ends up blending together perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to go off.
Uh-oh. I think your buddy's here. Are you ready for this?
Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Bring on the chuckles.
All right, here we go. Hi, Chuck.
Hey, everyone. I'm on hold with the government, so if I disappear for a moment, it's because of having to deal with government things.
Well, you telling them to quit dropping bombs? What are you talking to the government for?
Oh, the only bombs that I'm aware of are just the bad jokes.
Your bad jokes? Yes, yes.
Oh, by the way,
here we go.
You know,
Here comes the first one.
yeah,
Oh,
there was
God.
advice from the survivors from the overseas raid, and you know what the advice was? Iran.
So far away. Did you see the flock on your way while you were running? Were you running on the beach?
Seagulls.
Were you running on the beach? Did you see a flock of seagulls?
Oh, my God.
Are you drawing on the favorite part of the woman? I notice your hand's been lingering there quite a long time.
Gotta work on some boobages.
Yoo-hoo! Oh, that's looking great. Eva, I assume?
What's that?
That's Eva.
So, yes.
Is this one of the sketches that goes out to all the people?
Yes.
Nice.
This is for the peepees.
Oh,
For
right.
the peeps.
You know, how much fun was it that, so much loyalty and joy and coolness came out to just help, and I'm just really happy.
Oh, dude, I am incredibly pleased with how everything's turned out. So,
Yeah,
now it's fulfillment time.
Oh boy,
It is time to fulfill.
yeah.
Time to get sketches done and other good stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
which I think is cool. Oh, do you remember the name of Robert E. Brown?
No.
Okay, I've mentioned him a few times. He's on Bane and the Werewolf. He worked on Conan for Marvel, a few others. He's the other stroke victim who I would talk about, who unfortunately went in the other direction. He passed away, but his son is gracious enough to send me the art he was working on for one of my games. So I'm thinking of having you finish with the 1/4 of it that needs to be inked, since I'm sure you could chase his style, and I think it'd be kind of fun.
Oh yeah, I could probably take care of that for you.
Yeah, from one survivor to another, you know. So.
Yeah.
And his son is asking me to try to put together a art book of his father's, and apparently he had another game called Dungeon Lord, which is a simplified form of D&D type stuff, except there's only 4 stats. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And the artwork is beautiful. Yeah. So
good times.
Yeah. Oh, what have you been doing since you got done with all of the Kickstarter stuff, and what is next for you?
Drawing my ass off, as ever. There. See, started on that issue of Kremen that I owe you.
Woohoo!
And I'm mentioning it because I know you're angling to hear it mentioned.
Actually, I wasn't, but you know, that's good to hear. I'm
Bullshit.
sure
You're always angling to hear that thing mentioned somewhere.
But I'm sure that they're thronging fans out there who are pining for the return of Kremen to our dimension.
Yeah. So
done by your diligent.
I started work on that, and then I finished. Let's see, since Brides wrapped up, I finished up another book, first issue of a horror anthology called Gasp, and that was a 31 pager. So did that. I'm about a third of the way through the next issue of Oz, which makes me very happy. And started on, like I said, on Kremen. Let's see. Took a little time out over a couple days to finish out the first draft of a role-playing game that I've been writing. So we'll see how that goes. I think this Sharpie's about dead. So, yeah, I've been incredibly busy. Did I lose you guys?
Me too. Really busy. Meetings every day, putting together the Roku stuff. I don't think people realize how much work is involved in that either. I know I didn't until I started hanging out with Max while he was working on it. And it's like, holy crap, there is so much work involved in every video uploaded. You know, I mean, it's not like you just copy and paste a link and ship it. There's more to it than that. And I didn't know that. It's like, I'm learning shit, but man, I took on a bigger job than I thought. Ain't no lie.
Ain't it always that way? That happens all the time to me on stuff. Happens all the time.
But I can say that progress is being made. That's the wonderful part. Kaz and Deepak and Max and I hung out for a little while in a meeting yesterday and got some stuff done. And once I realized what Max really needed. It wasn't. It was a lot easier for me to help him along once I realized what it was he was going for. You know.
Well, cool. Glad to
Now,
hear it's all working out.
yeah, it is. It just, like you say, I'm learning stuff I didn't know.
Always fun.
I just chased around big ass bugs.
I'm gonna guess that Charles probably got his call back. So
Because he's quiet.
yeah, because that's about the only way Charles is ever quiet.
But he's not quiet because he's talking to somebody else.
Yeah, well, no, that works. That works out well. That's probably for the best for everybody involved. Yeah, Ashley and I met yesterday to go over my production schedule for the next few months. It's crazy. And I just received the first draft of a script for a new book I'll be working on. Can't say much about it yet, but I think I'll start working on it probably around November. And yeah, I'm excited about this one. It'll be fun.
Cool.
It's, yeah, me coming back together with Mr. Dirk. So good things going on the Dirk front. I feel like Dirk's one of these people who it's nice when I can get with somebody who works about as hard as I do on this stuff. And Dirk is definitely one of those. Don't meet those very often.
Man, that dude's always hustling. Always.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like that about him. I went on a buying spree recently, picking up new pens. So, not even sure what all I got at this point. Trying out some new ones here and there. Ooh, I like that one. Let's see. That's a nice pen. Brush pen there. I'm probably going to go kind of quiet here for a minute while I'm doing some of these really particular strokes. I'll have to come back over that with some white later. I like how that's looking. E62. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. It's funny, sometimes if I'm doing this, I can glance over at the screen, and since I see what I'm working on, I see it smaller on the screen. It kind of gives me some good feedback. Mm-mm.
Oh, Tank freaking Fred in the chat. Can't see him in a bit. Sorry, I was quiet. I was in people freaking messaging me in the middle of shows, and I gotta respond because that's who I am.
When you pop back on, you scared the crap out of me too.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the chat. I see people in the chat, so I had to respond. And at the same time, I got people in my inbox, and I got to respond to them too.
I get so into what I'm doing that then when something changes, somebody says something, it'll startle the crap out of me. Because I get so focused.
I hear you.
Mm-mm.
So tonight we got indie creatives. They pop in here at like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I think. And then Silverline Wednesday Wham,
I have returned.
9 o'clock. And Charles is back. The government the government didn't kick his door down and drag him out, so he's good.
Yes. They realize that I understand propaganda well. And they said, that is good for you. We are proud of you. We like the fact you know proper ganda.
How to speak the right thing.
Yes. Oh, wait. You can have. Oh, wait. A new character name. Proper Gandalf.
Oh, God.
And he goes around whispering secrets. You know the thing. Lord of the Rings, which a lot of people love, and some people are like, and I enjoyed it. I noticed that.
I don't know anybody who has a negative about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but I know weird people,
and that's because if I meet somebody who does, I cut that negativity out of my life.
Yeah, but with
yeah, well, thank you. You just weeded yourself out.
What? I like Lord of the Rings. The thing I always find interesting is how low level the magic is. You know that it's there, but it isn't over the top D&D style. It's more like a subtle thing that takes a lot out of you. It's as if nature says you're not supposed to do this, and the wizard is like, well, guess what? I know how to do this, and nature's like, I want to make it hurt, but since you're forcing me to do it, we could do it.
I like that about it.
Yeah.
I've never liked the hyper powerful magic crap.
Yeah. And what is it that you like about that magic is a heavy toll, that it's very difficult. You have to either be extremely gifted, extremely intelligent, basically top of the top. Otherwise it's really
raises the stakes.
Yeah.
Because when magic is easy, it's like, for me, it's like reading Superman in the 70s. It's like, oh, look, he can literally push a planet out of orbit. Yay. That's boring.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah.
Like, wow, he's undefeatable. Well, I guess that means I don't need to read any of his stories again because he can't lose.
But he could almost lose. What if they have kryptonite? I think, like I said, Superman is really more little kid thinking. If you really think about it, where Batman or Spider-Man is more like teenager thinking.
I didn't think like a kid when I was a kid.
Oh no, that explains it.
My father used to say I was a crotchety old man by the time I was 4.
Wait, say again?
My father used to say I was a crotchety old man by the time I was 4.
Wow. So now I'm wondering if that goes hand in hand with hyperintelligence. Is that more of a thing, or is it more of a intelligence thing, or a combination of this?
I think it's maybe a cynical thing more than anything else.
Okay.
I was always a cynical kid.
That sounds like a religious parochial school. I'm a Seneca kid.
If either of you guys find it strange that pieces of the planet Superman's from can kill him, doesn't that mean that the planet itself would have been killing its own population?
Well, this is the way that this is the way that I see it. One, those could be radioactive rocks, but my hypothesis is that, and this is going with comic book spurious logic, which is like one of my favorite things to do. But Superman is completely vulnerable to magic, correct?
You're
Yeah.
going way away from what I was asking.
No, I'm getting to it.
They were walking on Earth that could kill them. How
Right.
come they weren't dying?
Well, this is what I'm getting to. So the Superman is invulnerable, is weak to magic. Magic can infect him just like anyone else. In fact, it works on him better than it might a normal person. If you enchanted a sword, you could cut him, for example. So what's to say that his planet wasn't highly imbued with magic? And that's how it all worked, back then. The planet blew up, but the destruction altered the magical properties to basically be an anti-magic or destructive magic. So it affected.
Yeah, that's too much reach for me. I'm trying to get to the truth of it. I'm not trying to make up something extravagant to fill the hole.
Here's another one, and this has been something that I read about, is that he hears the screams of all who are dying on the planet, and each of the souls dying all at once are in every single piece of kryptonite. And whenever Superman is exposed to it, it is the pain of all those who died that he's inflicted with. Brings it back to magic.
No.
My
I had a problem with it the whole time.
It.
See, it was like pieces of this planet landed here, and they can kill dude. But when he was on the planet they came from, they didn't. This is my power.
Here's the legit explanation for it. Like straight up, is that the planet, being fueled by the red sun, that was, the whole thing's like, if he's in an area of a red sun, it'll sap his powers. Well, the idea, as I understand it, is that the radiation from the red sun is what kryptonite is permeated with. So it's kind of like if you know how you can have a battery. And it's,
but the red sun kept them from being superhuman. They were regular people. It wasn't killing them.
Yeah, but the radiation of it concentrated inside the matter from the planet makes that toxic in a radioactive sort of way. But like they've done stuff before. I mean, like the whole reason that they had, at least back in the 80s, they had Lex Luthor had long hair for a while, and then he lost his hair once he found kryptonite, and it was radiation from the kryptonite that caused him to lose his hair. It's the same radiation that Superman can't hack.
Yeah, he's around it too much. Now, there is a planet that Superman and Batman went to, and Superman had no powers, and Batman had all the superpowers like Superman. That's why it's magic-based.
I just despise any time that they take Batman to another planet and start trying to do cosmic stuff with Batman. I'm like, seriously, put him back where he belongs.
Yeah, like when he defeated not Thanos. What is his name?
Darkseid.
Darkseid. And Darkseid complimented him because he's like, unlike all the other heroes from these other planets, they always listen to this morals, but you would make a good blah, blah, blah from my planet because you're willing to kill your own guy. I mean, how exquisite is this?
Well, this Batman's, he's Batman.
Batman is the total rich dick. He's rich and he's like, fuck you. I'm rich.
I've
my
been very seriously tempted to check out the new Ultimate Batman stuff from some of the things I've heard about what the storyline is like.
Yeah.
Because
it's trash. It's embarrassing. It's like, oh, he's not a rich guy. He's just, he's like a homegrown, guy stitching things together. He's a loser.
I can kind of dig that.
Yeah.
The idea of let's take these classic characters and let's see if we can remove everything extraneous and see what part of them still works.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool idea. But the I just I don't really have time. I hardly ever get to buy and read new comics anymore.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I just happened to have one in my mailbox today.
Really?
What
did you do?
In here from Ditkoverse.
Ditkoverse.
Ditkoverse, yes.
What's the deal with Ditkoverse?
Remember the campaign that
Ditko?
I was promoting, the one where I met Mark Ditko that set up us going to DitkoCon in September?
Oh, that's cool. Hey,
that campaign had 4 books on it.
Wow.
4 of Steve Ditko's old stuff. Static. Yeah. Okay, Static was one of the books. I can't remember what all 4 of them are right off the top of my head, but they're 4 of Steve Ditko's older works. And they did a campaign, and I got mine today.
Oh, that's cool.
So I will be doing an unboxing of that sometime here in the near future on the network. What's up, Grey Wolf?
Steve Ditko's a big influence of mine.
I'm not even sure which of the 4 books I ordered. I can't remember. So for me, it's going to be a surprise as well, because I can't remember. There was 4 on the campaign. I might have got 2, but I know I wasn't buying 4 because I'm a broke ass. I had to choose between and pick the one I wanted, right? Hey, Charles, what do you know about that guy? What do you know about that guy?
I was reading something about Ultimate Batman. Repeat the question.
What do you know about that guy right there?
Which guy? Hold on. I got to go back to the screen. Wait, where'd that go? Hold on.
I can't find StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm back in StreamYard. Okay. Hey, Matt, how you doing? By the way, we did a great job on his book, and we got the first pages done. We're building up his Kickstarter as we speak, and we're hoping that it does well enough to get rid of the sting of the first book, as well as help him to perpetuate more books.
All right. Now, what's the key to marketing?
Emails.
Promotion. I don't care where, I don't care what, but if you're on social media, Matthew, it's promoting. You're promoting what you do. That's, just keep doing that, bro. Go on people's shows. Do everything you can to get seen, to get your book seen.
Right.
At least this time, when you're showing it to people, they're not going, is that hard on that last one?
Yeah. Yeah, people are really liking it. That's what Les is doing. And Les is going to be doing an alternate cover for it, so that's going to be the best.
It is 100% better looking now than it was. Also, I saw that Ms. Lori, Miss Calcaterra, posted the Lola Sad Pancake, Mr. Garner.
Wow. What's that? What's that all about? Oh, is that
the
Path of the Pale Rider, Lori's book? He did a cover for her. Remember a while back?
That's what
he said. If she got to so and so,
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, didn't I do a painting for her?
He goes, if she gets to 5K, I'll do a cover for her. And Lori and I are both thinking to ourselves, yeah, that happens in the first day. She gets to 5K right away every time, right? So it's like, yeah, you might as well start drawing that one last.
In a few days, I'm going to be going on to a military base. Les has been to that convention, and it's a lot of fun, with the Air Force people. But I'm actually going to be playtesting Clowns versus Mimes.
Nice.
Ultimate Destruction. It's a war game, but you got for example, like Clown Balloon, garrisons where they make clown balloon grenades or no, the pies are like cream pies that explode when you throw them. And then the mimes, they got all these different things that are silent based oriented, and it's hysterical. I remember when I was talking to Les about it, he was laughing his head off at the time.
Oh, it sounded funny.
Yeah, and looking forward to having you play test it sometime.
I'm always down for play testing. That's one of the things we do on the network too. I mean, one of the things that Chris likes to do when he's between campaigns, demos, tabletop demos, and all kinds of stuff. We do it all on the Madness, guys. You just got to catch the right show at the right time. We do it all.
So Les was lucky. I wasn't able to make it. But how was the Superman celebration this year? And what did you like about
it? It was good. I mean, I did well. I mean, not to be cutthroat about anything, but like as far as shows go, the number one litmus test is, did I make a profit?
Yeah.
And I did.
Good.
So that immediately is like, okay, this is good. So that was nice.
Yes. It's like, oh, what do you like? No, nothing. I just made a profit. Shut up.
It's like,
oh, there's more. Did I have fun? Were there cool people there? Do I want to go back? There's all that too.
No, he doesn't care about that. It's just if it's money, that's fine. If everything else is superfluous.
When I do a show, I don't normally I don't leave the table.
Yeah.
So, some of the stuff that folks get to enjoy about the show, I don't get that. I don't do that. Because I am there to work my table and to do that thing. So, I'm just I enjoy the stuff, but it is work.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very compartmentalized about that stuff.
And nothing wrong with that.
That's why you got people like me walking around the con with cameras, so that you guys that don't get up and move around still get seen.
Yes.
See?
We don't want to get hemorrhoids. Get up and walk that butt.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I know people that they don't, they work. They work their table, just like what Les was just saying. They're not there to walk around and socialize with everybody. And look, that's what you do before the doors open and after the doors close. Plenty of time to socialize.
That's what the after parties are for.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Plenty of time to socialize when the doors aren't open. And I'm not saying go say hi to your friends and set up your after party, but I'm saying, it's like, watch your table, take care of your table, because every fan that walks by when you're not there might have bought something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's cool to have somebody else there in your place, but they might not have been coming there to your table to talk to somebody else.
Hey, Les, what were you going to say?
Yeah. I treat it the same way like back when I did the music stuff.
Yeah.
I've had friends who are musicians who would go out, they're going to play a show and they wouldn't be seen until time to take stage. Then they hit the stage, do the set, and then they take off.
That's dumb.
I never liked that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, if people are here and they are
paying money to see us,
be here,
yeah.
If they're paying money to be at this show and meet people who do the stuff we do, then damn it, get out there and do it.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Look, the best rock and roll shows I've ever been to are ones where you had access, where the people on stage weren't nose up and they weren't afraid to high five a dude when they walked by them. You know, it's like they didn't have security all pushing people away and shit. It's like those are the best shows I've been to.
I mean, I could see the point of security, depending on the size and the type of crowd too. For example, Susan Vega, she doesn't need.
I didn't say that there's not a need for it. I said the best shows I've been to didn't need it.
No. What I mean is, for example, if you're going to a place with death metal, you need security. Thrash metal, you need security. Susan Vega, they're so like.
That shows how much you know about the metal world.
No shit.
I guarantee you go to a pop show or you go to go to anything other than a metal show, and you're going to need more security than you do at the metal shows.
Really?
Because the metal shows
itself, bro.
Yes, really, because the world of metal, there's kind of a code of conduct.
Yeah.
You and you mosh and you knock each other around and have fun with that. And then when the music stops, you stop.
Oh,
it's okay. So
and believe me, if somebody's acting a fool in the pit, he's going to get beat out of the pit. Okay, you're not going to need security. People will handle that themselves.
I've actually worked security once. And
metal crowds police themselves better than any other crowd.
Yep. I love my metal community. Always have.
Yes.
And part of why I do is because the metal community has kind of a code. And it's nice. I mean, so I used to, when my son was real small, his first show was Kiss when he turned 4. And then he enjoyed it so much that I kept taking him to shows with me. And to give you an idea of what the metal community is really all about, I took him at 6 years old to see Danzig. And it was Danzig, Trivium, and some black metal band. Okay. And 6 years old, I put him up. He was riding on the back of my neck. And I walk out into the pit with him.
Oh, boy.
And everybody in the pit is high-fiving the little guy. They make a path because they will not mess with that kid. It was beautiful.
Now, what about a punk show?
I don't do punk.
Okay.
Punk's different. Some punk is cool, some punk is not. The punk that's cool, honestly, is more metal than not. Yeah. Like a Misfits show, you'll get that. A Misfits show will be great.
Right.
But
I saw
a lot of the modern, a lot of stuff that calls itself punk now is freaking garbage, and you won't have that same culture with it.
No. Yeah, I remember the days of Vindictive, and that was a hell of a lot of fun.
Gentlemen, we do have to end on time this week because I have a Roku meeting at 2:00 with Max, with our developer.
Cool.
So,
just
let you know, you might want to start winding her down because I'm about to leave.
I don't even know what time it is right now. So
it's 10 to 2.
It's 10 to. No, it's not. It's 12:50.
It's 1:50 where I'm
We're
at.
in Central.
That's because you've time traveled to another universe.
On a regular basis.
Yes. Oh my gosh. There's so many jokes about that. I don't know why, but I've been on a American Dad binge, and it's been so hysterical. Just all the weirdness.
American Dad was a good show for a while.
It's gotten weird in the last few seasons. But
I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I started watching Alf with my 10-year-old grandson.
Right.
Watching Alf from the beginning.
Alf is great.
He loves it. He comes down every night to watch some Alf before he goes to bed.
Nice.
So there is stuff in the past we can turn the kids on to that they like.
Right.
It doesn't all have to be Bluey and frickin' SpongeBob. You know what I mean? There is older stuff, man. The kids
I don't know, Patrick.
I think one of my favorite things about Alf was always that, he would eat the cats.
I really like the way the cats taste. Where are they?
Yeah. Hi, Lucky.
Because I don't really care for cats.
I love the whole show. It was funny. It was funny then. It's still funny now. It is definitely still funny now. What's up, Mad Zero? What's happening?
Oh, did you watch that old dinosaur show where they all get extinct at the end? That's the finale, or where they all talk about
the mama thing.
Yeah, mama.
No, the one I like. Did you ever watch the final episode of Alf?
Yeah. Oh no, not that.
Oh, that was dark, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got captured and killed.
Well, I mean, he got taken away. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, Mad Zero wants to know what you're drawing real quick before we end the show. Go ahead, tell him what you're drawing real quick.
Oh, I'm working on one of my sketch pieces that's fulfillment for the Kickstarter. It's a piece of Eva, the main character from Brides, and just throwing some ink on this and getting it all done up for folks.
You caught us at the end of the show, Master Zero. You caught us at the end of the show, but this is the 62nd episode, and somewhere back there in the past, there are lots of tips on comic style shading and stuff. He's been doing tutorials on stuff for a couple of years, almost working on 2 years now. So,
God, man. Been doing
all
this that long in here.
Yeah, all the previous episodes are on the playlist. You can check them out. Tons of good stuff there.
Lord,
we're getting ready to check out.
Man.
Yeah. Look,
what am I doing with Roku?
Zero. Where are you watching? You're okay. You're watching on the Madness. Look, we have 40 weekly shows here. All different kinds of stuff, reaction shows, draw streams, everything, right? So
us and I are your most popular stars.
You might see some stuff that you don't like, but you're going to see a lot of stuff that you like too. Just look at it like a TV network. There's tons of stuff here to check out. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. We definitely try to bring it to you here on the Madness for sure.
I try to be in here drawing my ass off every week.
I know. That's why you lose 5 pounds every time you draw. You gain a little weight, then you lose.
I wish.
Yeah, could you imagine?
God, if
I
lost weight for drawing, if drawing actually burned weight off of me, I'd be the skinniest guy on the planet.
You look like what, 125 pounds? You look like you were on a starvation fast for 3 months.
I literally have already drawn 3 comic book pages today, then this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to hear about the comic you did here.
What's that?
Which comic did you draw today? What comic did you draw?
Working on Oz.
Yeah.
Oz.
And you know why?
The Nightmare in Emerald.
You know why? You're working on it? Because.
Dude, that didn't.
And we're just going to kick Charles for that. That one was no good.
That was.
Hey, Charles, there's going to be a penalty for bad jokes from now on, bro.
Oh,
it's going to be like the swear jar. It's going to be like the swear jar. It's the bad joke jar.
Yeah.
Okay? You're going to have to donate every time you tell a bad joke. I'm just saying.
I'll donate urine. All of a sudden, Pop says like 20.
Another bad joke out the door. What do you think? What do you think, Les?
Uh,
They'll try to fire me again.
It could happen. It could.
I know. But,
All right, people. It is that time. We're
Is it
going
time?
to play an ad or two and we're going to roll.
damn, I almost finished this during the show.
Almost. But you did it. Work faster. Stop lollygagging.
Yeah, no
Nice.
shit.
Yeah.
Just
Thanks
a
for
few more
watching,
lines and
everybody.
I can honestly say that I finished during the show.
Thanks
By
for
the way-
watching, everybody.
Again, thank you everybody who did pledge for brides. I know that you were thanked before, but you know the lettering we've basically got them wrapped up. We're just going through a little bit of tweaks to make sure stuff, grammatical, little stuff like that. Less will look things to see, basically to make sure that everything.
I touched on all stuff earlier, Charles.
I know, but I was having to do.
We talked about this when we started it off.
I know.
Let's let Pops get on out of here, man. He's got to move on to some
Matthew.
stuff. And
All right, hey, Pops,
Matthew has better jokes than you.
go to commercial.
Matthew has better jokes than you.
Commercial time.
Matthew has better jokes than you.
Yes. Hey,
All
at
right.
least funny looking.
somebody hit the button and take us out.
I told you to go commercial 4 times. Go to commercial.
Bye.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1, beginning crowdfunding Memorial Day 2025.